Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Reliant. Its continuing mission? To seek out new worlds, to defend all life and all civilizations, to boldly dare where no family has dared before.
Looks like we got a new friend!
Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to the Scratticus Academy. It is the finale of Star Trek, and I'm sad about it. I think we're probably just going to get straight into it, so please check out all the links that are in the chat, and also our amazing sponsors in the form of Bird in the Storm and also Mage Hand Press. We do still get Q-tips, I believe, for every £10 donation. But otherwise, I'm going to hand over to Greg.
Well, hello friends, as we settle in for the next few hours and the last few hours of Perfection Shadow, as we have a lot to do, a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm going to turn off just so I don't reread backstage chat because it's making me laugh. To go forward, we have to go back. And in last week's episode, briefly, secrets were uncovered as the former space racist Zane Knoll was turned out to not only be, not who he said he was, but an entity known as the Traveler. The Traveler also had a partner that the Traveler was trying to connect with and contact to tell them to stop what they were doing. Through horrific realization, the crew found out that the partner that the Traveler was referring to was none other than Wesley Crusher. Wesley had orchestrated everything that had happened this season, presumably. And right now, the USS Reliant is in the New Orion Nebula, very close to a planet known as SETI Alpha 5. However, their path is muddled as the Vulcan science officer and acting XO, Takura, attempted a mind meld to free the Traveler of whatever block was preventing them from revealing everything that they knew. At the end of last episode, we found out that the visions that Q gave the crew earlier in the season that ended with each of them being injected by a blonde-haired doctor military woman. The visions continued with the aid of the Traveler and Takura's mind meld, revealing that this woman was in fact Dr. Carol Marcus, the creator of the Genesis device and the Genesis effect. She had injected all of them with something, and as the visions continued, she was working with an older Wesley Crusher. And as the mind meld is continuing, and as this is our final journey, I say we get started, and I say we pick up just as Takura's eyes open, the Traveler's eyes open, and all will be revealed. Everyone in Medbay, you see Takura, eyes open, the Traveler opens their eyes. I can remember. I can say. And he looks at Takura with a measure of respect and thanks.
He's sort of just triple checking all of them and just making sure no one sits up very quickly.
All the vitals seem to be reading as you look at the readouts, and Dr. H is there as well as the hologram is looking, and he kind of, if you meet his gaze, he'll nod that whatever he's looking at also seems to be in the green, so to speak. We reached our first Q-tip, which we are going to save for, we'll do it right now. The traveler looks at all of you. Dormant tachyons. She injected you with dormant tachyons.
Presumably, they won't be dormant forever.
I don't know exactly what he did, but he thinks of time as science, not something alive. He used tachyons that would tether you here, not from your timeline, from here. If you try to go back, it will tear you apart.
Wonderful.
We have no choice.
The traveler's kind of rubbing the head of Xenol as he's and Khan is there as well. Eating granola with him on, I believe.
Uh-huh. How's that containment field looking?
Which one? Around him?
Oh, uh-huh.
Again, you can't see containment fields, so
Mm-hmm.
still not there.
Okay. So everything that happened during the mind meld, only Takora saw because she's the only one mind melding. So I suppose I better explain. Now, it's been a week, but Takora has just experienced this. Carol Marcus. Does anyone know that name?
I do, Khan says from the back.
Yes, I believe that you are quite familiar with the device that we have hidden in the dormitory of this ship.
I am.
The Genesis device was created by Carol Marcus. She wishes to save her son, and Wesley Crusher wishes to save his father. To do either of these things, they must bend time. The traveler attempted to dissuade Wesley from such a path, but was unsuccessful. Our pasts were manipulated so that we would all be here at this moment.
The traveler speaks up. You are all anomalies. You contaminate what he's trying to do. He needed you all trapped where you couldn't cause any harm.
Well, I'm happy to disappoint him.
Takora, do you know how he's planning to go about this?
That part of his plan he did not reveal. That's right, Greg. It wasn't like this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, no. It was not revealed to me by the mind meld. He did not share his plans with the traveler.
I do not know either. It would take. It bends the mind if he attempts to do this.
What is it precisely he would do in order to save his father? What event would he change?
It's not just changing the event that caused his father's death. Anything that could have placed his father there, anything that could seem unrelated to the event, something that happened to his father in school when he was a boy that directed him subtly in this path. He would have had to have changed all of it. I don't know how you could calculate that.
And surely one wrong move and Wesley Crusher would cease to exist at all.
Precisely. If he nudges his father out of Starfleet, he wouldn't meet his mother. It would create
Dudley, what a lovely lady.
it would create a paradox. He has to know that.
Where is he right now?
He is somewhere in this time. I was trying to contact him, but...
No, not your partner. Where is Wesley Crusher right now?
The boy... I don't know. I can remember, but my abilities are still... He would be aboard the Enterprise.
Wolf
No.
359.
Earth. The Academy.
If we could find him, even if we weren't to talk to him or interfere with him, but I'm guessing your partner would be a little nervous and might deign to show up.
The traveler sees where you're going with this line, and about halfway through starts to shake their head. He would have thought of that. Anything that you do in this time will trap you here forever. If you had engaged in the battle at Wolf 359, that would have created an alternate timeline. If you talk to him, I fear it would create another. He wants you trapped here forever. I don't believe you've done anything so far to make this a deviation. And he just shakes his head again.
Then how do we move forward from here? It is one thing knowing the plan, but to be able to stop him is another thing altogether. What of Carol Marcus? Her son.
I don't know of them. You all would know that the story of Carol Marcus is she was quite possibly the greatest mind to ever come out of the Federation, with the Genesis device and the Genesis effect. The ability to create life from space and the void is godlike. However, when her son David died on the Genesis planet, she became a bit of a recluse, and Starfleet put her away so she couldn't, and what was inside her mind couldn't be used for weaponization by another culture. Her whereabouts as soon as her son died are unknown, though, other than she was secreted away.
But Mr. Crusher has been able to engage her.
He must have found her. The traveler looks past and looks at all of you, but their eyes settle on T. I was particularly worried about you.
Why?
I don't know. I think he's done this before. And realized that the four of you cause him problems. And he's tried to work around you, but he was always very concerned about you.
What problems could we cause?
I do not know. I don't know what he's changed. I don't know what's even real. I know that your mother was not supposed to die. I know that, and he looks at Takora, your mother was supposed to return, and Captain Yates was supposed to die. Ahmad, they weren't supposed to crash. I don't know what else he's changed. He's mad.
So, he's the reason for my mother's death?
I think so.
Okay. And T sort of takes a step back and is lost in her thoughts more than anything.
If you could find him, perhaps you could stop him or delay him. As strange as it sounds, he has to be on some type of multi-dimensional schedule. I can't see how he makes this work, but why would he send you here and then be here himself?
This makes no sense whatsoever. Do you not have any idea where we can find him at all?
He was here on the ship, and then I tried to contact him when he left. And that's when you all found me down at the deflector array.
So you were attempting to contact him?
Trying to stop him, yes. To reason with him.
What's to say that we could not use the same method to attempt a second contact?
Perhaps, but when he was here, he seemed fixed. I don't believe he still possesses what we would consider rational thought.
Then maybe in response we need to also act irrationally, do something he would not expect us to do.
The traveler nods. You are the anomalies.
Then we need to keep being anomalous. What this should precisely entail, I am afraid I am at a loss. But it seems that we need to draw him out. We have no way of finding him, but he is perfectly aware of our location.
But we have to do it in a way that doesn't create an alternate timeline.
I don't understand. You were all occupied with the battle in the Borg. I don't understand why he didn't, I'm sorry, but kill you now. He left you alive. I don't understand.
Have we still got to do something yet?
That would be the logical answer.
Where was he on the ship?
came into medbay. And then when you all left, he was on the bridge for a moment, and I tried to follow him, to reason with him, and he traveled through the dormitories, and then he transported out. I don't know where he went.
Does Khan look like he has any bright ideas right now? Mr. Genius.
Khan looks very concerned when the mention of the dormitories is brought up.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think there's something we may need to check on.
I did.
And the result?
You saw a wardrobe that was sealed from the outside.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
T also wants to look around to see what is missing from her medbay, if there is anything. She doesn't like people in her medbay as it is, and thought that someone could have gone in and taken something.
Right. Give me a. Let's do an. I think I'm going to do a. Let's do a reason here. A reason and medicine, and you can use any applicable focus since you're in the med bay. Yeah, there are things missing. And you notice that the hologram seems to have a memory lapse during a specific leg of time. Everything's right where it should be. No, wait. As he's moving around and now all of a sudden concerned that his medbay is untidy.
And she looks to him and is like, can you recall anything between this time and this time? Calls out the times that he seemed to have been absent when I think she was working on the person.
Of course. I was...
What?
I don't know. I'm sorry, T. I don't recall.
Anything before that? Before this blip? Anything at all? It doesn't matter how insignificant it seems.
I was here, and he walks over to the lab area and I was working on the tachyon research. All of the tachyon research is gone.
And she's just sort of... It's gone.
Wait, what time was he literally with us? That was some of our movement. When was this?
When, like, and she sort of gestures to this other doc, and it's just like, he was acting strange, but I didn't understand when we got back from the other place, and I was trying to save. But during the battle, like, she sort of starts as her brain fogs over a little bit. She's like, when I brought them back and I was trying to, he was acting strange, but I didn't think anything of it. It was chaos. We had to...
Was it during the battle or after the battle?
As soon as we got back.
The Traveler has told you that Wesley was here on the Reliant during the battle.
Okay. Well, Mr. Super Genius.
Khan's gone.
Oh, fuck.
Am I gonna be mad? Because I kind of feel like I'm getting mad.
Nat takes off running.
No, Greg, don't look at the screen. Look at me. Am I gonna be mad, Greg?
TK, I believe that you're mad all the time, but I want to say exactly what are you going to be mad at me about? I'm not sure.
Greg,
Yes.
I swear to God,
Don't do that.
I will destroy you.
I have no doubts, but
And they could.
Yeah,
I will find you.
I know.
Don't take
but
this from me. It's the only joy I have left.
okay.
I have
Okay.
no idea what's happening.
So Nat's sprinting.
T yells back to the other doctors, like, just anything. If you find anything else, it sort of just runs after Nat.
Where are we all running?
Amat's room.
Okay.
What the hecky?
Tor and Amat, are you joining in the parade?
Guess so. I gotta hide my
The
magazines.
dormitory inspection.
Tor is the RA.
Don't
what?
love it.
It's an American thing.
That's not my stuff. That's my roommate's.
When you all get to Amat's room, their doors open, and the door to the wardrobe is also open, and it is, of course, empty. Khan is resting on his knees, his head down, in like a pose of supplication in front of the missing Genesis device.
You left before I could say my biting remark.
Does anyone else find it curious that two people are attempting to revive the dead and the Genesis device is gone?
Okay, Amat's gonna look at Khan and then look at the wardrobe. What can Amat like figure out between, like, is he upset that this thing is gone? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, Amat just gives like the longest, loudest sigh of relief, just like, whoo, oh man, thank goodness. Okay.
That's an interesting response, Ensign.
I thought he might be Wesley Crusher in disguise, and whew, dodged that. Ha!
Yes, those two things.
God, that would be the worst.
Yeah, that would be worse than just who he is, totally.
Yeah, it would. It would be way worse.
Would it? Because then he would be right here, Amat.
You just said that it would be the worst.
It would be even worse if he was Benedict Cumberbatch, but I mean, who would do that?
Girl, look. Time out for a second. We are agreed on this. Because that is the worst. I'm sorry.
Archon
He
is
just
best
looks like
con.
a lizard man in a human suit.
Archon is best con. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to see how close I can get.
Just gonna reach out.
No, I'm gonna walk up.
Go hold hands.
No.
You pass through the threshold of where the containment field would be. Your communicator beeps.
Mm-hmm. Neil in here.
I got it.
Oh. T feels like a smug euphoria.
Just looks over at Nat.
Yeah, it's really weird. This is not the time for it. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Something you would like to share, Lieutenant?
Is he moving at all? Or is he just like... She just kind of gestures, like, to her positioning. I'm gonna see if I can manacle him. What are they called? I forget.
Like
My
binders?
Yeah, my favorite thing, the binders, my faves.
That was a
I know that you always have multiple pairs
Yep.
with you. So
You know it.
I'm assuming you're gonna try to do this like sneaky, or are you just going to like bum rush or cold cock, if you will?
You people.
We already settled this. If it's Con, it's not cold cocking. It's only
I
cold
didn't want
cocking
to say.
if it's Wesley Crusher.
Yeah, we cold cock Wesley. We do something entirely different to Con. Sure, I'll try to be sneaky. Why not? We're bad influences on each other, which is my favorite thing to be.
Okay, so if you're going to do this, I'm going to need this is a daring roll right here. So this is daring and obviously security. And then you can tell me on anything else.
Yeah, what's our momentum like? Boop, I'll use 1 for an extra d20. I don't know if I have an applicable focus. The only one I could think is hand-to-hand combat, but I'm not sure that works for this.
It's not like martial arts at this point. It's
okay.
Kind of...
4.
You're able to slip the binders around his wrists as you kind of slap one and then bind it to the other. Describe these binders to everyone so we can figure out how he's cuffed. Are these like the rings that magnetize together, or are these like straight up handcuffs with a chain, or what are we looking at?
Yeah, let's do the magnetized ones, I guess. Lauren's not as familiar as Nat is with all the different kinds of binders.
Velvet lined. Sorry, go ahead.
The good visual for this is Captain America Winter Soldier when they try to take Cap in the elevator and they hit him with anything metal kind of grabs hold of it. So these two pull together as he doesn't react, as his hands are drawn together, and kind of the trap muscles of his shoulders pull as you hear this as the magnets engage behind him. I have not heard anyone on this ship. I will help you. I just want to get her back.
Your wife?
Yes.
SETI Alpha 5?
Yes.
Well, it seems to me that you need the Genesis device.
Yes.
Restore the ship's command.
I believe you already have you not?
Wow. All this gold
Is there anything else we should know about?
I did not hurt you. I just needed to get home.
Computer, location of the captain.
Captain Yates is on the bridge. Your communicator beeps again.
Nealon,
I got that too.
Scout, I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Just one? And you hear the line cut.
All right, then how about we all work together, figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
The traveler has followed you all down here, not really knowing what to do. The device would have... It's filled with tachyons from your world, your timeline.
Could we
You just
trace
said-
it?
Yes.
Good.
Much like we did with the Romulan warbirds.
Yes. He seems happy. It's 'cause
I'm happy
still just
because I
a little
remembered
bit of
that.
space-
Yeah.
There's still just a little bit of space race Zane left in the Traveler. There's Romulans. Let's get them. Yep.
Nat's
so
gonna kind of snort and then hug Takora tightly.
You know what? Takora hugs you back. Takora hugs Nat back. It's a little odd. You can sense Takora is not one who's had much practice with hugging, but has witnessed it several times and is happy to try it. Well, do you think we should inform the captain of our plan? Sort of breaking away. And you have to remember Takora is like over 6 foot and like spindly as hell, so she probably
That's
wrapped
like
around you like
5'4". That's 5'4". Long and tall.
it's like a middle school dance. I love it.
Yeah.
So at this point, Khan looks up at Amat. I am sorry.
Aw, don't be sorry. You did your best.
Thank you for your help.
Sorry for what, though? Like, specifically?
Kidnapping your ship. Getting you in trouble.
I would have gotten in trouble on my own. Really, you just expedited the process.
Not this much trouble.
I can surprise even you.
A slight smile touches his face.
What are you gonna do now?
He looks back at Nat and Takora and T. I can help you. We are of like mind. The Genesis device. It must be recovered. Will you let me help you?
I believe this is something we should ask the captain.
Field
The
trip?
captain is not an anomaly. You four are. I would hear what you say.
Is our captain. I'll look at the others.
We're still Starfleet officers. Like you said, we should follow protocol.
Amat laughs just a little bit. He's like,
I'm gonna wink at Amat. Nat's in a great mood. Let's take a field trip to the bridge.
Khan springs from his knees to his feet, and as he does so, brings the manacles from his back around and his legs through them as he holds them in front. To the bridge, then.
I can do that too.
Wasn't that cool?
No.
Amat will definitely like clap a little.
Okay, to the bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna be,
Yay! Yay!
All right.
Sure.
About a minute and a half later, you walk onto the bridge of the Reliant, and Captain Yates is there. A lot of the systems have been repaired. Science station's back up and running. Everything has at least preliminary power enough to run. The Reliant is basically at about 78%, 80% of after its confrontation with the Borg, but she's ready to fly, and the captain is on the bridge. And when he sees you all walk with Khan manacled, there is a smile that cracks the beard.
Nat like runs up to him and then stops short, like skips, like, we're here.
He
A word
leans
in your
forward.
ready room, Captain.
He leans forward just a bit. Nice going, Nat.
Having a great day, y'all.
He agrees that the ready room is the place to be. And for the sake of brevity, I'm sure you describe and explain to him everything that has gone to this point. If there's anything that you omit from what you are telling the captain, let me know. Otherwise, I will assume that Yates is made fully aware of the situation of the last several minutes, hours, and all that good stuff. Yes.
Let's not tell the captain about Takura's emotional disposition.
Does everyone agree to that?
Yeah.
I believe we discussed it last episode.
We would-
That we weren't
Yeah.
going to say anything. Just
Here's a question.
Khan knows.
Yeah, whatever. Should we tell the captain that he's not supposed to be alive?
That was
I
my
would-
next question.
I wouldn't suggest it.
He's a big boy.
Nat doesn't want to.
I think it would be enough to say that there are things have happened in our pasts that have manipulated to be such a way. There is no need to provide any further detail, I would suggest.
So he is not made aware of his false life.
Correct.
I mean, when you say it like that, Jesus. Now we're the assholes.
Khan notes that you did not say anything about that. And Khan also notes that Takura's emotional state was not revealed, but says nothing. So as soon as the revelations are given, at least most of them, Yates looks at the four of you. I can't believe I'm saying that. Can we trust this one? And he nods towards Khan.
Yeah.
No.
What? No, it's all fine.
Let me rephrase. Can we use this one?
Oh, that sounds.
He is certainly useful. But not without his problems.
Oh, Amat like reassuringly pats Khan's shoulder. It's just like, she doesn't mean that. It's fine.
She does.
I do mean it. I have very keen hearing.
Amat like nods and then like looks back at Khan and is like,
I have
You
eyes.
feel
as
a
well.
shrug beneath your hand.
He will, as soon as we are successful, he will obviously try and use the Genesis device for his own means.
I have already said as much. I will not
See?
do anything to hurt you.
he didn't lie. That's good. That's good points. You get a good bean in the jar.
It is not enough to be forthcoming on one point if that one point does not represent the full truth. What he would do with the Genesis device after taking it from us and reviving his wife, we have no idea. But I believe for now, due to his own interests, he is willing to help us.
Yates would look at Nat. Keep him close. Keep him shackled.
That's how I like him.
TK.
Whatever you say, Captain. What are you gonna do? Fire me?
Too late.
Okay, so
We're tracing the
The pl-
tachyons.
Yes.
right. Okay, this would be in the realm of T and Takora, since T has done all of the research to the point of giving the inoculations to prevent the tachyon sickness. The ability to trace it before was a joint effort between Takora and T. In doing this again, I would need T and Takora to kind of, we're in a nebula too, so it's going to be kind of difficult. I will tell you this: you have two assets that you can use. You have, of course, the Reliant, and you have Khan.
Before we do anything, can we just all put our hands in the middle and go 1, 2, 3? Team Reliant.
Aww. That's really sweet. Amat uses their.
Not canon. Takora would not do that. Ellie would
Okay,
Us. Yeah, no, us we can do
So
it.
us,
Yeah,
as players.
yeah.
So TK, Ellie, Alice, Lauren.
Two
1, 2,
hands.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do this, guys. Team
Ready.
one.
I'm ready.
And go.
Yay! I feel like I'm playing middle school basketball. In a good way. In a good way.
There's a middle school theme. Okay.
Let's get those smooches.
All right.
Shall we?
Takora, you would be best to use the Reliant, and T would be best to use Khan, since Khan has more of that type of application, and Reliant's better with the science side.
So I roll as me first, right? As Takora first, and only if it's successful do I then roll with the Reliant. Was that
Correct. What I want from Takora for this one is control, and I want science, and what I want from T is going to be reason and medicine. Now, what we can do is just to maybe speed things up a little bit. What we'll do is we're just going to say that Reliant and Khan will give each of you a success. That way we don't have to worry about rolling for Khan or rolling for all that good stuff. Make a Khan save. So yeah, let's go ahead and get those rolls and see how you all do.
Okay, I've also used practical experience.
Okay.
1 success.
Oh, can I re-roll that, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Re-roll that, my god. That's better.
Wow.
Much, much better. Okay, Takora, you're having a bit of problems. You have 2 successes, one you, one from the Reliant. The New Orion Nebula around you is filled with a lot of kind of false readings and things like that. The tachyon field and trail itself seems to have kind of been almost like it's been smeared. If somebody left a kind of like a snail trail through somewhere and somebody had smeared it and kind of moved it all about. You're making headway, but it's slow going. Down in the med lab though, when T and Khan are working, the hologram is not happy at all that Khan is there and working with you. He's kind of shoulder to shoulder with you the whole time, as he has a surprising level of biological and biology information that he shares with you as you're going through this. And it's through the course of that, and because we received an earlier donation, that T, you come to this realization. You believe that in using the Genesis device, that you could force the tachyons that you were injected with, the 4 of you, from your systems. But that would mean irradiating yourselves with the Genesis device, basically being in its effect. You think you would survive, but the process could be interesting. Khan agrees. And at one point, when you're sitting there kind of moving things around and hitting stuff, you hear a and and you see Khan touch something, and then you hear as he's pulled free of his shackles to do something and then put them back on, but you notice that.
She looks at him. It's like, stay in the shackles. Just for your own safety. If Nat finds out. And just keeps working.
Thank you, Doctor. You hear him a couple more times as he's working. It's faster to use two hands as they go back together, but he always ends with them in front of him.
And she keeps working.
Superhuman
She keeps
strength
a
everywhere.
real eye on him, like just constantly has like a side eye on him.
Yeah, he's glancing over at you too, and at one point when you look over, he's staring directly at you, and the doctor's staring directly at him. He ignores the doctor completely.
What?
Why you? You are formidable. Of that there is no doubt. Your mind is, well, on par with my own. But why would Crusher fear you?
Fear
What
me?
is it that you do? The traveler said that he was particularly concerned with you. In my experience, concern is fear. Why does he fear you?
I'm a doctor. I don't do anything else.
You're a very good doctor, though.
I am.
He just kind of continues to stare at you.
Why do you think he's concerned or fears me, as you put it?
The easy guess would be your knowledge, what is inside your brain.
You said I was on par with you, so surely you're just as important.
Apparently not.
She smiles
And-
at that. Just
You get just a touch of remorse that comes off of him through that ego, that constant like wave of emotional ego. There's like a little, like he's a little bit upset. It's like, oh, I
so
wasn't picked.
we're not on the same intellectual level quite. Just,
Not according to Crusher. He views you as, he fears you. He stole from me. You do not fear someone if you steal from them.
he stole from me.
Yes, he did. How can I help you, Doctor?
You keep doing what
Indeed.
you're doing. And stay in those manacles.
He smiles. If it makes you happy,
It does.
of course. You do not hear the pull free of the manacles. You hear a couple sighs as you look over and you see him typing onto a board like this as he's pulling things down, but he doesn't do it anymore.
Again, she'll smile every time she looks up and sees that he keeps his hands together. Just, thank you. And keeps working herself.
Okay, we're going to say a couple hours pass by, but with the combined science and medicine aspects of all of this, you are able to track the tachyon. It's very strong as soon as it leaves the edge of the Orion Nebula. And as the Reliant kind of pulls to the edge of this cloudy section of space, you can see it distinctly heading forward. And Yates calls you all to the bridge. Amat, you would already be there.
T makes sure Khan goes with her, sort of
He does.
in front of her.
He walks, you know. He tries to chit-chat every once in a while. He's used to Amat, and
She'll chat, but it won't be chit chat.
I mean, you get the occasion. Do you like granola? I am a fan. It is something that I have not experienced before, and it is something that I believe no one should live their lives or multiple existences without trying. You just hear all of a sudden, Khan is like a chatty Cathy as he just walks up towards. He has been with Amat a long time. So you all get to the.
Yeah, T just smiles and nods at half of it and just did you eat any of the cheese cubes?
Yeah, it does not agree with me as much as the granola, but
No, just asking.
just as you get to the edge of the bridge, like right when you're ready to walk onto the bridge, Khan stops and turns around and looks at you. You remind me of my wife.
Excuse
And
me?
he turns and into the bridge. He turns and walks onto the bridge. He said, "You remind me of my wife," and then walked on.
Ugh. And just she follows on after him.
So as soon as you all get on there, Yates is right by the chair as he indicates the clearing field of space beyond the new Orion Nebula, and he looks over at navigation, pull it up, and you see kind of a telemetry pop up onto the view screen, and straight as the crow flies, SETI Alpha 5. And Khan sees it too. We should go. We should go there now. I know that planet better than anyone. I don't care how long this crusher has been there. I can help you. And for the first time, both Betazoids feel panic coming from Khan.
It is very convenient for you, Khan, that should be the planet Wesley Crusher has chosen to go toward.
I will not lie, it is, but my promise remains. I will help you.
Then I believe we know our direction.
Is the traveler with us?
I say that the traveler's with your group, and then if
Okay.
anybody wants to take the traveler individually somewhere, they will go. They can't help. It seems that whatever powers they possess have been, at the very least, kind of reduced, or something's still blocking that. Their memory, though, is pretty fully intact after the mind meld.
Mm-hmm. What kind of abilities does Crusher possess?
He can travel as I, through the timelines that he chooses. He takes something from you, though. It's exhausting, and when you change things, it's even more so. It's confusing and painful. I only ever correct things that someone has inadvertently done to sour the prime timeline, but I don't know how he's doing this.
He had a device. That's how he moved us.
When he was masquerading as Datak.
When he was on, what was the last one?
Kamari?
Yeah.
Kamari? The Traveler, you get this distinct impression that the Traveler's almost like a holy person, and that technology in and of itself isn't really something that they're too terribly accustomed. But their default would be, he still thinks of himself as a scientist. He will use everything. He's highly intelligent, but I fear that madness has tempered most of that.
All right. Khan?
Yes.
The eels? Is that what they are on the planet? Is there anything we need to do to take precautions against those?
No. Only the small can enter into the ear. The larger ones can bite, but they are not of too terrible concern. Wear thick boots.
I always do.
I can show you when we get down there.
Mm-hmm.
Traveler, do you have any idea, any at all, why Mr. Crusher would choose this place?
I have... His father did not die on SETI Alpha 5.
No.
He did not
But what
die
about-
at this timeline. At this time and point in history, I don't know why he's there.
And what of the son of Carol Marcus? Is there any connection?
You all would know at that point that David Marcus died on the Genesis planet, a planet that quickly consumed itself after creation. So again, while just because of the timeline in proximity was related to SETI Alpha 5, as that's what birthed Khan and kind of put all these events into motion, but SETI Alpha 5, the planet, had nothing to do with David Marcus's death directly.
So the one thing that it does have a direct connection to is Khan.
Do I get any sense that he's keeping something from us right now?
The only change in Khan's demeanor, you continue to get this strong pride and arrogance that comes off of him. It's tempered though with a definite feeling of panic, uncertainty that starts kind of bleeding to the surface a bit. And you can tell that there's confusion inside of him as he's trying to deal with that. It's not unlike what you feel from Takura from time to time. Like these are where Takura is not supposed to do any emotions. Khan doesn't do the weak ones. And so when they bubble forward, he doesn't know how to handle them.
All right. I guess the only thing we can do at this point is to go down and see for ourselves.
Agreed. And Khan quiets as soon as he realizes that he kind of said that before anybody else, like the captain.
Captain, what are your thoughts?
I agree with all of you. You all are the catalysts for all of this. Your decisions are what Crusher fears. I'll agree with whatever you say. Amat, set a course for SETI Alpha 5, maximum warp.
Okay, Amat already had that in mind from when Khan told them to. So it's they just boop.
It's already fully laid out. Yeah.
It's not where we were going. Or okay, haha, boop. Yay. Field trip.
Okay, so you guys quickly go to warp, and it won't take long, as you maybe have about 15-20 minutes before you pull up to SETI Alpha 5. Is there anything you would like to do in preparation of this? Khan would let you know that environmental suits would definitely be something that you would need if you beam down to the planet. The conditions are very harsh on SETI Alpha 5. As soon as it kind of shifted its orbit, and but he again states over and over that he knows the terrain better than anyone. He survived there for years. He can help you find, even if tricorders and positioning devices fail, he knows the land. But is there anything you would all like to do as you get ready to leave the Reliant?
I want to chat with Khan.
Sure.
BFFs.
You can schedule a chat
I
with
would
Khan.
like to meditate.
You may meditate.
T would be getting everything ready out of habit, making sure she had absolutely everything. And with this whole reversing the process, or at least drawing out the tachyons, is this time consuming, or is this something that she can do quickly?
Because of your earlier successes, you think that just being within the Genesis effect, which is documented there's a lot of research papers done on this incredible phenomenon. You think that if the four of you would be within this effect, it would literally saturate you all with the tachyons of your timeline, forcing out whatever you were injected with at earlier points in your past, or at various points in your past. And now what that will ultimately do, you have no idea, but it would free the tachyons from your system. You can't think of any other way to get them out without killing yourselves.
She'll probably relay this to everyone and give them the option of, we can do it before, or we do it after. But it could help, it could hinder. I don't know. I just don't know.
We have to get closer.
I do not believe it would be sensible to add another unstable element to this mission.
You don't know what effect it will have.
Indeed, that is why it would be undesirable.
T feels a bit of panic coming off Nat now. It doesn't show outwardly.
The sort of, she side glances at her, is like, but it will remove the tachyons.
But could it alter anything else?
I don't think it could alter. I just don't know the side effects, as it were. To you personally, all of you. Everyone's different.
She doesn't say anything else.
This must be left in your hands, Doctor. You are the expert.
And she sort of just laughs at that. You're the science officer. And the
Indeed.
XO. What do you want me
Thanks
to
for
do?
reminding me. Yeah.
I can happily do either. If you want to leave it till we come back, that is fine. This is more me relaying information to you that I have something.
Captain!
You're gonna go to Yates?
Yeah. Takora doesn't know what to do. Ellie sure as shit doesn't know what to do.
Yates is going to defer to you four because, one, he's an NPC captain and I'm not giving you any hints, and two, you all are the ones that apparently are the nexus for all of this. So it's not Yates's decisions that will direct the course of the future, past or present. It is Amat, Nat, Takora, and T.
I don't know if there'll be nausea. I don't know if this will be plain sailing.
It's time.
It is.
What if removing them changes something? She goes
The moment-
quiet again.
At the moment, we're trapped. Can we do
They
anything?
must be removed one way or another.
Why?
We are in agreement.
Are we?
Yeah, why? I want to know too.
Because otherwise we're stuck here, but maybe...
We
Yeah.
have the
Stuck here?
option, is what I'm saying. If you would prefer to
What's a crappy option?
get this over and done with first and see how we go and come
No.
back and do it that way.
We don't do it before.
Okay. And the last things he will do is talk to the other doc and just, you know, you need to be ready if anything goes wrong.
What do you mean? You leave the ship all the time now, and you're always getting hurt or in trouble. You should stay here. This is our spot. And he indicates medbay. I'm not the doctor in charge. You are. I'm your assistant. First time he's ever admitted that.
Which is why I'm going down there with them. If something happens to me, I need you in medbay to sort me out so I can sort them out.
I shall do my best. But try not to get hurt.
Oh, I'm really gonna try. She just sort of continues to pack up her stuff like this is, yeah, I'm really gonna try not to die.
He helps you pack your bag. He knows he's kind of refilling hypo sprays and stuff and putting them in there. And when you're kind of ready to go, he looks at you. I wish I could go instead.
You're better here. And you know that.
I shall eagerly await your return.
And she just sort of smiles and nods. Is like, I'm coming back. We're all coming back.
I know you are. I will have the tea ready.
As always. And she'll start walking towards the group and leave the medbay.
The last thing Nat is going to do besides just getting her stuff together, is following the middle school theme that we have going, apparently, is going to write a note.
Yes, no, maybe.
Nope. One word in the note. 6 letters long. And leaves it under... Stop trying to figure it out. And leaves it just, I don't know what the seats are like. They don't have cushions, do they?
What seat are you referring
The
to?
captain's seat.
Oh, the captain's chair. Yeah, you can. I mean, you trying to find like a place to stick it in, like a place to like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody jumped in right when I was describing that.
Yeah, I always find a place to sit in.
Right.
Do it sneakily.
Okay. You don't want anybody on the bridge to see you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then just roll me a fitness and security, since you're supposed to be there anyway, and I'll give you a bonus success. You only need 2. There you go. Yeah.
Yay.
It's secreted.
Smooth. Very mature. Nat Nealon. Okay. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Takura is meditating as per the narrative, but we have a conversation between Amat and Khan that is on my docket. So, Amat, where would you like to have this conversation?
Sorry. Backstage chat, we were just thinking about what the note could be.
What could say?
I don't know.
Dare any of you to guess. Well, TK can't guess. They know.
What? You said any?
You can't guess. You know what it is.
Rude. Is it smooch question mark? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so Amat is going to. Is there a point where like Amat and Khan can like hang out alone, even though they're obviously like the least trustworthy people on this entire ship?
It depends on if you want to. I doubt that you can be out of eyesight of anybody, but you might be able to be. Yeah, you might be able to be in like a room or yeah. You can be out of earshot, but not out of sight.
Yeah. Amat's like, I'm gonna escort the prisoner to the bathroom.
Yeah, okay, Mott.
Okay, bye.
I'm assuming security are following them.
It's a terrible, terrible idea. But yeah, Amat will eventually, when they can find Khan out of earshot, be like, so...
Yes.
We hung out for like 2 weeks and you never said you were married.
I am sorry. My wife left me here. She passed away a long time ago.
Well, it's kind of creepy because you're still obviously devoted to her, so that's weird.
Well, as one should be. Does this upset you?
No, it just kind of feels like another secret, but like a weird, different kind of secret.
I did not want to cause either of us pain.
Kind of feels like you just wanted me to like be your best friend and stick around, though.
You see his face fall a little bit when you say that. No.
Aww.
No,
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I did not mean to make you think that I was manipulating you. I tried to do what I thought was best. Yes, it was selfish. Yes, it put you in danger. But I had few alternatives. And I did it in the least destructive way. But I am sorry. I did not think to tell you of her.
Well, it's not like that. Like, we're best friends. I just want to feel like you could tell me anything, you know? We're still best friends, right?
We are.
Okay.
If this crusher prevents me from using the Genesis device, I will kill him.
And this device is to get your wife back?
It is.
And the planet?
It will be a paradise as soon as Genesis takes effect.
And then you'll just leave?
No, we will figure out what happens at that point. I do not know what will happen.
So just like, so you and your wife will just stay on the planet and stuff, right?
Perhaps. But
Hey, stick
there's
around.
always a place for my best friend.
Teach you a few things.
Yeah. I can't be in this bathroom while you're using it, so I have to go.
I don't need to really use
Okay,
the restroom.
but that's the thing about this lie. You have to pretend. You know how lying
Okay.
works.
You
And
hear
like
that?
Amat will like leave.
As you're leaving, you hear the as he releases. He's going to need two hands for this.
If any of the Betazoids are around when Amat leaves, they will feel a wave of like profound pride and excitement. Not like weird, but like, yeah, it's a good day.
Isn't it just?
Yeah, I'm having a
Yeah.
delightful time.
That's good.
Thank you. This sounds like sarcasm.
It's not.
Oh, kind of feels like it though.
It wasn't.
I'm not used to you guys being sincerely nice to me. Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
Sincerely nice to anyone.
Amat's gonna turn around and leave. He's just gonna leave Con there.
Okay, so you are all preparing as if there's anything else you need to do. The Reliant pulls into an orbit around Ceti Alpha 5, even from this high elevation, a desolate-looking planet. Willow says that she can beam you down to the surface. You can, of course, take a shuttle if you would like, but it's, Willow doesn't think there's going to be any problems either beaming in or out of this spot. There's nothing that kind of looks like Carina 7 or could pose a problem for the buffers.
Do we have a kind of specific location on the planet, or is it not clear?
It looks like it's in the Western Hemisphere, which Khan would indicate is where he was. So it seems you can't read anything from the surface because of the dust storms and stuff. You just can't see, and nothing kind of really pings back. But again, every time that there is a question about the environment or the landscape, Khan just constantly chimes in with he knows the place.
Great. I'm ready. Y'all ready?
What exactly is our plan here? We go to the surface and hope that Mr. Crusher emerges to confront us.
Or we find him wherever he is, and
Can we trace the? Can we see if we can find like the precise location of the Genesis device if we're using its tachyon signature?
You think when you get to the surface, you'll be able to follow it
under
from
the dust.
Under
Okay,
the dust.
sorry. Okay.
No, I didn't mention that. That was an excellent question. I should have said that. Yeah, from the surface, it should be able. You can pick up the trail.
Okay.
So
Then, if anybody has anything left to do, any objections, any illicit bathroom conversations to be had?
Nope, no sneaking around. Wouldn't do it. Then hide. Oh, you were talking to Mott.
Is
What the heck does everyone know?
share?
Jeez Louise.
What? What,
You-
Lieutenant?
Nothing.
Oh, you've been promoted. Have
No,
you?
no, I was talking to you. We're a good team. We know what's going on. Let's go to this desolate planet.
I'm assuming T's getting a real awkward vibe from
Yeah.
that right now. Just like
Even Amat's getting an awkward vibe.
No, it's like
Amat's
Even
head is full of
Cora is getting an awkward.
Yeah.
vibe.
What are you talking
Cora
about?
is
It's
like,
not awkward.
I want to think that like Amat turns to Khan and like
I think everyone needs to take a breath and step back and relax a bit. We will be on the surface soon.
We're
Are we taking-
fine.
I'm assuming-
Everyone here is fine, Con. Maybe you're not fine, but we're fine.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I feel fine. I will say this, and this is not Greg trying to do anything. If you have your suits on,
Uh-huh.
what are you doing with Khan?
He gets a suit, doesn't he?
man, Khan's got super lungs. Whatever. Okay.
Oh,
does
can
Khan
I
need a
put
suit?
the binders? Can I give him a new set of binders over the suit, Greg?
The only thing you could do is you could the suit. You can put the binder on. They can't hook together, but you can hook him to his side, so he's kind of walking like a tin soldier.
Oh, like a
Oh,
little
yeah,
penguin.
that's adorable. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. You know, I can at any time.
What?
Never mind.
What?
He just sort of looks at him again and keeps walking.
T, what?
There's just no point in them. It's fine. It's fine. If you want him to walk like that, it's fine.
It does make me smile.
Well, there you go then.
And really, isn't that what matters?
Amat hardcore roasts him the entire way down.
So are you guys taking the transporters or are you taking a shuttle?
Here's
Was
a
it possible to transport with the dust?
Yeah, Willow can get you down there. Yeah, Willow can get you down there, no problem.
I just
but
worry once if we're doing this thing with the Genesis device, like maybe there will be interference later.
Exactly.
So we should bring a shuttle.
here are the pros and the cons. The pros of beaming down, you do so quietly and obviously with a lot more stealth than you would if you're coming in with a shuttlecraft. The shuttlecraft provides you with a kind of a more secure return trip. But when it arrives, there's just nature. There is atmosphere on City Alpha 5, so there will be a sonic boom whenever you go into the atmosphere. It's something that somebody like Wesley Crusher would be able to identify.
Let's just beam down.
Well, if it all works out, he'll be dead, and then you'll be able to beam right back out.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, thwarted. He will be thwarted.
Right, thwarted.
Incredibly obvious wink.
Yes.
That later.
My Betazoids would be feeling like Khan is very anxious. He's almost, you see him shifting from one foot to the other. He is ready to go. Also, I need to ask you, are you taking the Traveler?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Did he show up to the transporter bay?
Hey, there he is.
Like, cool.
Oh, where are we going, guys? Let me get dressed up.
No one thinks you're 14 anymore.
I know you're not leaving without me. Hold on. Okay, so you're beaming down. You're taking Traveler. You've got Khan. You're all on the pad. Willow's ready. Let's take our break, if that's where we're going to.
Before we take a break, who has a gun?
I have so many guns.
Oh my
There's
God.
like a million guns for you to take down.
Hell yeah. Does Khan get a gun?
No.
I'll take a gun. It's fine.
No.
What?
Gun for a month.
What about the Traveler? Does the Traveler get a gun?
The Traveler doesn't get a gun.
What the heck?
The Traveler's got like 6 guns on them. What? I don't get it.
No.
See why I asked? Fine.
Okay, so no weapon for Amat, Khan, or the Traveler.
No, you said no gun.
Pardon, no gun for.
Your arm. No. I can't hear you, but no.
Fine.
All right, so you are all on the recently returned to integrity and repaired transportation and teleportation pad as Willow looks up and the 6 of you are arrayed, ready to go down to the surface of SETI Alpha 5. There's just one thing to say.
Energize.
And that's where we'll take our break as we leave the Reliant for the last time and go to the. Yeah. Awesome.
Woo!
Hello, friends. We're back. We have just left the Reliant. We are beaming down to the surface of SETI Alpha 5, home to one Khan, Noonien Singh, as we have our intrepid band of heroes, Amat, Nat, Dakora, T, the Traveler, and the aforementioned Khan. So as soon as Willow disappears in front of your eyes and the desolate landscape of SETI Alpha 5 replaces the interior of the Reliant, and as this sand and dust is whipping around, and you can feel it, not as if it's on skin or anything, but you can feel it on the outside of your environmental suits, and the readouts begin to relay, wind speed, things like that, as you all are now on the surface of SETI Alpha 5. And Khan moves in front of your group and points over what looks like a rise. It's almost, even though it technically would be around noon, it's almost as if it's, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Visibility is very limited. Just over that hill.
What's over that hill?
The Botany Bay. My ship.
Okay, Tora's got her tricorder out, trying to sense the Tachyon emissions.
Roll me a control and science, please.
Control and science. That will be 1 success.
It looks like Khan might be right, but you're not getting a very definitive reading. Not nearly as strong as you thought you would down here. So it's kind of scattered.
The reading is not as strong as I expected. We could be going in the right direction, or we could be being led astray.
Well, seems there's only one way to find out for now.
Khan leads the way then, and as you are all kind of trudging through this, it's not like snow or deep sand or desert, but it's just kind of everywhere. And so as you kind of, sift through all of this, you rise up the hill that he had indicated, and as soon as you get to the top, you see Khan start to run.
I'm right with them.
The T will sprint after him if he takes it into a run.
Ew, exercise, but I will
Another
also
quick look at the tricorder.
Give me another one. Give me a from this height. Give me another control and science as you kind of raise in elevation a bit.
Control, science, 2. Good. 2 successes.
It's getting stronger. You think that you're on the right path. It's almost as if you're following a source, and the radio signal's getting stronger as you get closer to what you believe to be the source of the transmission. Definitely, you think you're on the right path now. The rest of you, as you run, Khan is running. Kind of, you see his back disappear a couple times in the sand. He's not saying anything over the comms, but he slides to a stop. And the rest of you rush up as he looks around, and you see that there is an indentation in the ground, but there is no ship. And he spins, and even through the suits, the sand, the dust, and the dark of night, the Betazoids feel rage. What is the meaning of this?
I don't know, you tell us.
Where's my ship?
Why would he take your ship?
I don't know.
Is there anything different about it? Is it standard? Is it...
What's on there?
It's ancient. It is
What's it powered by?
nothing. Batteries. They're long since dead.
Where'd you get it?
When I was exiled from Earth, they put us on it.
A prison ship.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, guys.
Oh yeah.
Aw. Amat will pat his shoulder again. Oh, actually, Amat will like start to and then be like, "Oh, you look mad."
Takora, what are you getting?
We are definitely going in the right direction. Can I check again? Like, does it seem that this is the end of the trail here at the site where the Botany Bay should be?
Roll me another one.
Okay, so control and science.
Control and science, please.
How much momentum do we have, guys?
3, I think.
All of it.
Yeah, 3.
Can I spend a momentum for an extra d20? Does anybody mind?
No, go for it.
2 successes.
Okay, the closer you get, the DC is dropping. You are on the right path, Takora, but it does not end at this indentation of where Khan says the Botany Bay had come to rest. It continues past towards the hill beyond.
Is there any indication, like, of how they moved the ship? Like, the batteries are dead, so they didn't fly it. Can Amat look?
Absolutely. If you want to look around, give
As a
me
pilot?
Exactly, yeah. Give me I'm going to take a reason here. Give me a reason, and I'll allow you to roll either con or engineering. They'll give you different results.
I'll do reason con. Ugh. Too bad I don't have. Too bad this isn't a jungle. Oh well. Ooh. No, that's combat maneuvers. That's not helpful. I could have been using combat maneuvers the whole time. Mad. Amat doesn't know what they're doing. Can I reroll that?
Okay, so and as you're looking around, Amat, they don't find anything that would indicate how it was moved, other than the fact that it's obviously absent. But as you are looking around, I am going to increase threat by 2 to give myself a little bit there. So no immediate problems.
Real cool of you.
Thanks. Very cool. What would you all like to do? You have a heading. Khan, the rage has fallen away, but the arrogance has not returned. He's kind of numb, but he just is awaiting orders now. He's not sure what to do.
T, as much as she's sort of reaching out to see how everyone's feeling, she wants to see if she can pick up anyone else, feelings-wise.
Okay, roll me let's do a presence here. Roll me a presence and science.
Two successes.
Just at the edge of your awareness, you feel if there's an emotional equivalent of calculated madness, that is what you are sensing.
And I sense, I know it's not directional, but if it's very faint, I can assume it's very far away.
Well, you all you can't just, pulse out for 2 or 3 miles. It would actually be relatively close as far as, just distance is concerned, because you guys can't read, more than a couple hundred yards, really.
Nah. Someone's close.
This isn't the end of the trail.
Then let's keep moving.
I think it's the only thing we can do.
I guess Takora will take point then with the tricorder out to follow those tasty tachyons.
Yeah, Khan will walk shoulder to shoulder with you. just to help you kind of indicate pitfalls and things like that. And as you walk maybe 100, 200 yards past where the Botany Bay would have been, you come to a cave.
And is the tricorder going hot, 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 hot as we're getting towards the cave?
Anytime I ever have a tricorder or a tech device that is leading me somewhere or indicating movement, I always think of aliens with the...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so imagine that whatever you're reading is getting boom, 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 as it continues to show that you're getting to a stronger and stronger point of all of this. If we're in The Witcher 3, the smell is leading somewhere, right?
Or Dragon Age, when it goes poof.
Right.
Love that
But
game.
Dragon Age 3, wherever you tap the loot button. And,
Yes.
and then everything, and then like the loot light up is the exact same color as the ground. Not mad.
How do we want to approach this? I can go in and look around. I will then.
He
I can go
may
with you.
already be expecting us.
The traveler's still with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's quiet, but they don't seem to be, there's no disagreement. There's concern and maybe just a little bit of intrigue.
I mean, I say all together.
Does anybody else feel as if we are entering the lion's den?
Yes. Khan speaks up.
What doesn't know what a fucking lion is? Well, it's like, how the hell is that? Khan's like the only one with like even vaguely human.
All right, so are we going in together or?
Well, I'm following you, so...
All right, fine.
I think as the tactical officer, this is now your purview.
Check and see
Oh.
if the traveler did manage to get a gun, though. Okay. No, what the fuck? Why'd he bring me?
You wouldn't let him take him. Not you.
Never.
The group.
Oh,
Right.
generalized.
I will. I'm gonna go in and look around.
Do you want to take Khan?
No. What? Why
Khan's
would
very... I don't know.
his
Just ask.
bottling?
Right. Sure. Okay. So if you're going to sneak in fitness
Yeah.
and security for me, please.
I'll die.
Or daring and security, whichever you would like to.
Ooh, okay. Do like daring. Stop it. Do, 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 do. 2.
Why am I not getting these results? There we are. Okay. Yeah, you're able to creep in, and you are about, as soon as you go in, it kind of dog legs to the right, and as soon as you take that turn and you see the mouth of the cave disappear, there is grass beneath your feet.
Oh, good. Do I see anything else down the ways?
You see what looks to be a bright light as the
goody.
cave opens up.
All right, I will. Can they still see me from the mouth?
Nope.
All right.
Lieutenant.
These things are so loud. I don't know how anybody snuck around in the series. Okay. Come on in.
Phases.
I mean, sure.
If you're all walking in, I'd like you all to roll a daring or a fitness and a security.
Oh jeez, oh jeez.
Gonna keep creeping on forward.
I'm gonna roll one for Con.
One success isn't so bad.
My roll come through? Oh, yes. Hold on one sec. As Khan sneaks through there, everybody else is pretty good. Little noise from Takora.
Khan's fitness is 14.
That's bullshit.
He's very impressive.
He's not, though.
He is.
I chose the face capture for Khan. He is.
It's like, whatever.
It's like, ugh, too beautiful.
Okay, so as you are going into this area, how far do you take them, Nat?
So Nat's gonna still be a little ahead. She's trying to figure out the source of that light. But she's kind of keeping them, like, if she's moving forward, they're at, like, the bend.
Okay, so you're keeping within line of sight. You just
Yeah.
kind of bring them up to the point that you hit the turn, and then you're going
Yeah.
forward.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. Okay, then you, let's see, did you roll another daring
No,
and
do you want me
security?
to?
Yes, if you're moving further in, we'll do that.
Okay. Just one this time. I'll go ahead and re-roll it, actually. Because, you know.
Important question.
Yes.
Are Khan's successes banked as momentum?
No.
Cool, just wanted to check.
Not on our side. Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. I don't know why.
But it's not banked as threat either, so.
Hey!
2 successes.
Okay. You're able to pull up to the mouth of this cave. And as you pull up, Nat, you see that it opens into a cavern. And as you look, you see that grass turns to fields, turns to trees. You see an artificial light source high in the top of the cavern, maybe several hundred feet up. You see flowers. You don't hear any wildlife or anything of that, but you see all the necessities of what would be almost an alpine setting. You see large trees, vast diameters on them. You even hear running water somewhere.
2T Nat says he's already activated it.
She looks back at Takora and Amat, and the others say, I think it's already happened.
What? If you say that out loud, Khan heard it.
Yeah, she says it in a lower voice, and she's like, keep your voice down. Nat says it looks like it's already been activated.
The whole planet would have been turned. He begins to walk forward. Nat, you would see him coming.
Let's
see. I'm gonna do this just to see if he keeps his shit about him.
Roll to lose your shit.
I am rolling to. He's losing his shit a bit, as yeah, he's walking forward, and you see he's no longer acting like he's being quiet, nor is he. As he walks forward, you see him kind of stomping.
Yeah, she's gonna step in front of him and just put her hand up.
He stops. This is ridiculous. These crushers in here. He's taunting us. He is taunting.
All right. Okay. Let's keep moving quietly.
Takora, let me have another control and science as you're following the tachyon emissions.
Is one success.
Okay. At this point, when you get into the area, Takora, you're starting to read the same tachyon emissions everywhere. The ground, the ceiling, the trees, the grass, everything is registering as the same trail that you had been following. There's no difference between the Genesis trail and this cavern.
I'll relay that information to the team. This cavern, there's no difference.
None at all.
No, none.
Is this a diversion?
It is possible that we have been drawn here.
Nat's going to start. Is there any kind of elevation in here?
As soon as you walk in, it looks to the left that it kind of creeps up, and this forest setting has a bit of a rise and what looks like a clearing to the left.
I'm gonna go up and see. I need to scout this faster.
Okay. Khan's coming with you unless you tell
Great.
him
No,
otherwise.
he can come with.
Okay. When you get to the top, I'm going to use your last one that you had as you came in. When you get to the top of the rise, you see what looks like a spacecraft, an old spacecraft in the clearing, and Khan's back goes straight. That is the Botany Bay.
I figured. Let's approach calmly.
Where is
Only
everyone else right now?
Amat is hanging out with the traveler and like trying to ask him awkward questions about time travel because Amat doesn't understand any of it. Look, Amat did not go to school. My name's Amat. I'm 21 years old and I never learned how to fucking read. So Amat's like,
Why would there be a diversion if we're not supposed to be here?
I don't know. Do you
Like,
want
that
you
doesn't-
here?
Oh, he wants us here. So,
It seems.
oh, maybe we weren't pulled to be out of the way. Maybe we were pulled to be in the way.
His face drops.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because Khan's not supposed to be here.
T and Takora, where are you?
I think whilst Takora is sort of, if you're still scanning everything, T's just keeping an eye out. She trusts nothing around here.
But like, I think Takora would be sticking close to Nat and Khan. Like, so I think if they went forward and saw the Botany Bay, that Takora would see the Botany Bay too.
Okay. So you're all loosely together with Amat and the Traveler kind of trailing a bit. Is that? As you all enter into the clearing, there is a loud voice, kind of sourceless. Pleasure for you all to show up.
To whom are we speaking?
Wesley Crusher.
Feel like gracing us with your presence, Boy Wonder?
No. But thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing him. Khan steps out into the field. Show yourself, coward.
I'm gonna press my badge. Is it working? No. Cool. Great.
It makes the exact same sound as it did when you were in the Romulan base on Carina 7. That kind of squirky. Whatever tech was in play there is in play here.
Nat, I don't know if he's gonna let me, is going to put her hand on Khan's like upper arm and try to start backtracking.
He's definitely not letting you do that.
Yeah. You should get out of here.
I do not fear this Crusher.
It's not about fear.
What's the Traveler doing right now?
The Traveler's looking left and right as if they are scanning.
Khan, he wants you here. You should go.
This boy will get more than he bargained for with me.
You're being stupid.
There is a flare of arrogance at that insult that it's like a pretty, I mean, Takora thought might be able to feel that. What do you mean?
Horse is disturbed at the bottom of the cavern. Just like... Someone called Khan stupid? Kind of feels like someone called Khan stupid.
That were me.
I think
He wants you here. If you stay, you're doing what he wants.
Where would you have me go?
Back to the ship.
My wife is in that boat. And he points to the Botany Bay.
Your wife is dead.
What remains of her is in the boat. I can bring her back. Just like your Federation did. The other Vulcan, Spock. I can bring her back as well. I just need Genesis. We have nothing to fear from him.
He has successfully manipulated us into this situation. I believe he has a plan, and I believe that plan is something to be feared in this moment. He needs you, Khan. Why?
I do not know. Again, the sourceless voice. Well, that's the question of the hour, isn't it? Or hours.
Why do you not wish to face us yourself, Mr. Crusher?
Because I don't have to. You are all troublesome. You are all in my way.
And I think T steps forward and looks up. She doesn't know where this voice is coming from. Your father would be disappointed.
The Betazoids feel a flare of hatred and madness, much stronger than what Khan just issued.
And T's like, okay, good to know.
What is it that
nothing
you
of my
want
father.
to achieve, Mr. Crusher?
He was a brave man. What do you think he'd think of you doing this now? Sacrificing others when he sacrificed himself? You're not following protocol.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
And you are not the many.
Takora looks really angry at that.
So, for your father to live, my mother died.
Sacrifices have to be made.
Correct, that's exactly what your father did. Whereas you poisoned my mother in her own bed and let her to die slowly. It's not heroic at all. Again,
I needed you uncertain, Doctor. Without her death, you grew too confident in yourself.
I'm good at what I do.
If she were alive, you'd be better.
Oh, then you don't know me at all. You don't know what drives me.
I know what weakens you.
Weakness and drive are both good things to have. It makes you normal, not crazy.
My Betazoids, you feel fear the more the T is talking. Something even dousing the madness. You need to shut up.
I don't need to do anything.
You're always a problem. Every goddamn time you're a problem.
I'm glad to be if it's a problem in your way.
This time can Takora be like tri-quartering?
Yeah.
Like ding 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 ding, trying to find his location.
There is no stealth in this at all because
No.
Yeah. No, you don't. I mean, there's a focus here and it's on T. T has always been the thorn in Wesley's side. Give me another control and science as you're looking to kind of.
Can I be moving toward the Botany Bay?
Yes. Khan is moving as well, but I'm going to allow this just so he doesn't cause you a lot of trouble. If you all tell him to do something, he's distracted to the nth degree. He has no idea what to really do. And that, again, you feel that uncertainty coming off of Khan. But yeah, just give me a positioning that you want Khan to be in, Nat. And Amat, what are you doing right now? The Traveler is scanning as well. So we're going to place the Traveler beside Takora, as it's almost like you have the two of them are doing something.
Amat will loop their cybernetic arm through Khan's to keep him beside them.
Can I got one success, but can I actually re-roll to try see if I can get 2, seeing as there's no point in holding on to those re-rolls. So
Sure, absolutely.
T is looking at Nat as she moves. T is trying to hold Wesley Crusher's attention fully. So
No roll needed. You've got it.
okay, well,
Takora, as you're kind of scanning and looking around, you do not have a position revealed for Wesley Crusher, but as you move the tricorder around, almost at the exact same time, you and the Traveler kind of have you triangulate a position, but not Wesley, as you see the blonde woman among the trees, and you see her working at some type of panel, and when you look up and meet her gaze, you see the shimmer of a holographic projector, but it has, for whatever reason, dropped a bit, and you have a moment where you kind of lock eyes with this woman. She's about 50 yards off to the right.
so wait, so I've locked eyes with
Who you to believe?
She's a hologram, though.
She has a hologram in front of her. You believe that it's Carol Marcus. She's hidden among the foliage.
Okay, phaser.
You gonna take a shot at her?
Yeah.
All right, roll me an attack.
Set to stun. Okay, I haven't shot at anything in like 5 weeks. So how do I do this? Okay, weapon.
Yeah, just go ahead and click you should be able to just click the little Starfleet badge beside your weapon, and that'll roll everything, I think.
Range.
We haven't shot anything for so long.
Yeah, it's been ages.
Nice.
Okay, whoa, yeah.
Okay, so the holographic field goes up, but your phaser blast, quick as lightning, shoots directly through. You hear a kind of a clenched gasp and what sounds like something dropping to the ground. Again, this is 50 yards off, so identifying precisely what happened is difficult, but it certainly sounds like you hit something.
Okay, because I'm just stunning, I don't need to roll damage, do I? Or do
you
I need
can
to roll damage?
for the number of effects, yeah.
Okay. 2. No.
Yeah, the
but
effect
Takora is gonna run to go see what she was doing. She wants to look at that panel. She wants to know what's being dropped. She is over there like a flash.
The answer, I'm just looking at various questions that have popped up recently, and the answer is a hell yes. So as we are cutting back to, as this happens, there's a distraction a bit as you hear Wesley say something, but as he's talking to T, you hear the inflection shift. Khan Noonien Singh. They need to die for your wife to come back. If they live, there is a 0.3% chance that she comes back. If they die, there is a 99.7% chance that Genesis brings them back. All of them. My father, David, and your wife. Amat, you would feel Khan's back tighten. And he looks down at you.
Amat's gonna look up.
Is that true?
I do not know.
You believe him?
No. He knows it's true.
Because he kind of seems unstable.
It's what it's what you injected them with. Yes, it is.
Amat's gonna look at, first of all, Amat has a talent called Diffuse the Tension. Whenever you attempt a task to persuade someone not to resort to violence, you add a bonus d20 to your dice pool. So I'm going to be leaning on that just a little bit. He said it's always tea. He's done it before. How many times do you think you've killed us?
I would not kill you.
If you killed us and got all of them back, then we wouldn't keep doing this. It'd all be over. So how many times do you think you did it?
I want you to roll right when you said that first
Hell
part.
yeah.
So what
am
I would like, let's do presence, and let's do command.
Oh my
Presence
gosh.
and command, and you can take your focus,
My lord.
and you get an extra success here as you have an intimate relationship with Khan.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 4d20, where it would usually be a 3d.
Yep.
What you? Sorry, my cat came in at like the most. Oh, I'm gonna reroll.
Yeah,
I'm gonna reroll that.
How do you have a 1 in presence? Is that supposed to be a 7?
Mm-mm. No, Amat never went to school.
It's been a thing the whole.
Yeah, I intentionally built the worst character.
I didn't know you could go below a 7 in this system, though.
Well,
You could.
all season. That's why the rolls have been unreal. That's why this is unreal right here.
Fucking believe this. I'm so mad.
Um,
I hate it.
Khan looks at you. What should I do?
I don't want to die. But also, there's no guarantee that if you killed any of us, that they would come back. I mean, he probably just made up numbers. Look at this guy.
He seems mad.
Yeah, super unstable.
Everyone, my Betazoids, you are getting just a powerful uncertainty from Khan. But he's paused for now.
Amat's gonna like lean a little closer. What if we just kicked his ass?
I would like nothing more.
Let's do that.
Nat, you're heading towards the Botany Bay.
Uh-huh.
You get to the door.
Can I open
It's
it?
like it's wide open. It's
Cool.
been sundered.
Gonna step on in.
You see Wesley Crusher. He's about 35 years old. You see he's got a long, kind of thin beard. He's extremely pale, thin himself. As he turns, why wouldn't you people just get out of the way?
I mean, I guess there are a number of reasons. But I think I'd go with what you're doing is wrong.
Is it? Do you know what happens if my father lives?
No.
He becomes captain of the Enterprise. There are no Borg. The Romulans are pushed back from the neutral zone. It is an era of peace.
But that's not what happened.
It's what will happen. All of those people that you saw die at 359, they will live. Because my father is in the chair.
And how many people in that timeline die because of that? Or did you not bother to check?
It doesn't matter. It won't happen. The world is better with my father alive.
Your father is not worth one other lost life.
Just one. Just one more. In 5 minutes, I'm activating the Genesis device. I'm also activating it in 1,700 different timelines. I'm gonna kill you all. I'm gonna kill Picard. And my father's gonna live.
T's right. He would be ashamed.
I can live with it.
I am going to try and phaser him.
As you do, it passes through him.
Mm-hmm.
1,700 points at once. That fool you brought with you could never do it. I'm the only one that could. And you can't touch me here. You can't suss it out. You're all too goddamn stupid. You feel an immaturity.
Mm-hmm.
This boy, he might look 35, but when the Traveler took him, he was still a kid.
I am so sorry that you're too small a man to be someone your father would be proud of. And she walks off back toward the others.
He follows you out. Small! What I'm doing, no one else could do.
She's not even looking back at him.
I know everything. I figured it all out. Only me.
Well, I'm sure someone will give you a gold star.
He's followed you out of the Botany Bay.
Yeah,
And he's like walking behind you.
This is not looking back at him.
You would all see him emerge as he's kind of head cocked to the side.
Oh my gosh. Amat will point and be like, see, this is what happens when parents don't acknowledge their children's accomplishments. They just look for fulfillment in everything they do. It's ridiculous. And then, like, eyes go blank as they search their own soul. Samson,
so,
please.
T, Amat, Takora, you're running over to the area that you saw. Let's cut over to you real quick. Takora, as you get there, you kind of pass through the veil of the hologram that Carol Marcus had been hiding behind. You see her splayed out on the ground where you had taken her. You can see kind of the burn mark in the coat that she was wearing. She is unconscious. But as you look, you see a countdown on a display that reads 3 minutes and some odd seconds, as it's 3:43, 3:42, 3:41, 3:40.
I would like to disable this device.
Sure, you can definitely give it a shot. I will have you roll me a Oh, let's go with a reason and a science here for me, please.
Okay, I'm pretty good at those things, so
And you have determination to add 2 successes.
that is true.
What?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, can I spend my final session's determination to just ace this?
What a great
And-
idea!
Yeah.
Could have used determination on that. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Takora just does it, and she looks really good doing it too.
Okay. You're able to lock into this thing, and as you're working through this, it takes time though. As you're working, the countdown's still going on, but you think you have it figured out. The console didn't lock out because you took Carol Marcus by surprise. So there's no security measures to go around here. It's just really kind of figuring out how to deactivate the program. The rest of you are witnessing Wesley as he follows Nat out of the Botany Bay, just continuing to proclaim his incredible consciousness that is expanded and blanketed over these 1,700 different realities that he has somehow manipulated. Amat, is there anything that you would like to do as you see this madman following Nat?
I think T would just walk over to Nat and just be, you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. She's just like whatever. And walks up to Amat and Khan and is going to take Khan's binders off. Not that she needs to, but
they fall off as they had been moved by. They have been removed earlier.
Oh. Well, the gesture is still there.
Mm-hmm.
He turns. Why we should kill him now?
He's not here.
What do you mean?
He's everywhere. You won't be able to kill him. I think he's spread a bit thin.
What are you doing? I'm turning on Genesis. You have less than 3 minutes before your wife's gone forever. Khan turns to look at Ahmad again.
Nah, I don't think so.
I would not do this. But what if I haven't done it? You've never done it.
Really?
You always think too much. And she never comes back.
Is he lying?
Yeah.
Nat turns to Khan with a big smile. He's lying.
Amat holds up her pinky. Or their pinky. Best friends?
I need every member of the Reliant to make me a roll. This roll is a presence. It is a command. And you may all do so with an applicable focus. And Amat may do so with advantage. As your relationship with Khan is now put to the test.
I'm gonna fail this too. Watch me. It's my focus. Can I do use the attention again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll use a momentum, I think.
Yeah. Plus, I've got persuasion, so please.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, shit.
Power of friendship.
Oh my god.
Yes! The power of mom.
So as Wesley looks on, the hand of Khan, no longer shackled, lifts from his side, and he extends his pinky and wraps it with Amat.
Yeah.
Yes. And Wesley begins to scream. You're not supposed to do that! You stupid son of a bitch, you'll never get her back! What the hell is this? More
Nasser
people!
laughing.
I'll try again, and again, and again!
Like you have before?
I'll try to kill you all again.
Hey.
I'll kill you. So
Hey.
there's madness, but you get his attention for a second.
Shut up, Wesley.
Why didn't
And
he
it's
just
a-
kill us when the Borg attacked? That would make way more sense.
And it's at that moment that the entire area goes white as it novas. I need each of my crew members to answer the following question. If you could pick the happiest moment, fabricated or actual, when would it be, where would it be, and who would it be with? If anyone.
Who's going first?
Well, you're talking, so I think you should, Takora.
Takora?
Takora is in a laboratory at King's College London with her professor, Marcus Francis Powell, and they are looking at bees. And she makes an observation, and she's really young. She's probably only about 13 or 14. And the professor sort of pats her on the shoulder and smiles, and she looks up at him and she smiles back and feels proud. And that's time moment.
And that loop continues, that moment of pride, of discovery and exploration, because that is the thing that Wesley couldn't figure out. That's the anomaly. Amat, where would they be? Who would they be with? Past, present, or future? Hopes, fact, dreams.
Amat isn't really much of a future thinker, but they do remember very specific time in their life, if you were to ask them, when they were the happiest they'd ever been. They are estranged from two of their parents, but one parent secretly keeps in contact. And he sent them a congratulations card when they refused to retire after their injury. And they sat in their dorm and opened up this smooth, crisp paper. It's a very interesting paper, a paper card. They hadn't seen one in so long. And it had their father's very delicate script in it. Congratulations, you did it. After they were selected to go aboard the Reliant without any input from their mother. All on their own.
Fantastic. And it is that moment of acceptance, of being able to figure out a way to continue the adventure and have that secret respect, that love. Wesley could never figure that out. And that's the anomaly. T, where are you?
T is, it's almost a few scenes mashed into one, and sort of the feeling that goes with it, because that's what she remembers most, the feelings. And it's the first time she was introduced onto the Reliant. She was given her own med bay. She wasn't talked down to or anything. People were actually listening to her. It felt really stupid, but just organizing everything in there, putting it in its correct place, having this hologram that was effectively provided for her that would talk to her as if she knew what she was actually doing, was listening to her and showing some care, and just the moments in between when she could either chat to the people on the ship as they came in for the littlest things, and again talk to this hologram while she would be basically having a break and having a cup of tea and chatting in her med bay. Though she misses sometimes, it's more the feeling she remembers of that adrenaline rush when something does go wrong. And she's not nervous, she's not scared. That adrenaline means she's in her element. She knows she can do that.
And it's in that moment and in that realization that Wesley could never figure it out. He could never. T was a constant source of problems because of that med bay on Reliance, where she uncovered the ability to cure the tachyon sickness that seems to always thwart his science at the worst possible moment. And he can't figure it out. Nat, where would you be?
She's on board the Reliant. She's pretty sure this was a dream. After she was convalescing from saving the captain's life, and he kept watch over her. And at one point, very out of it, she reached out for his hand, and for the first time thought the word that she wrote down on the paper that she stuffed into his chair, Imzadi.
And as this scene plays in your mind after the flare of white, the dream that you thought, and as you reach out and touch Yates's hand, you see yourself drift back into that unconsciousness, that fugue state. And you see him place his hand over yours, and he leans in, and as he goes to kiss your forehead, he stops, and for a brief second, his lips touch yours as a tear rolls from his eye into his beard. Thank you, Nat. There's another flare of white, and the four of you are standing in a beautiful field. There's a cave off in the distance. The menace of the moment is past, You are not in exosuits or environmental suits. As you look around, the traveler is not there, nor is Khan.
How much time has passed? Can we tell? Is it instantaneous?
Whatever this looks like, you're outside and the sky is blue. Gone is the wasteland of SETI Alpha 5. You have no idea how long it's been.
On Earth?
You have no clue. The cave
wave
looks
of
vaguely
panic.
familiar.
Panic!
I don't know if we've moved.
So, tricorder.
Com badge.
Let's
Team
do the
of
first and second. Yeah, the eye roll is simultaneous. Amat, what would you like to do as tricorder is activated and combat is activated?
Amat is panicking, so grabbing things and throwing them looking for Khan.
You don't see him anywhere, but through your process, as you're moving around, one of your pockets opens and fresh granola spills out.
Granola! Absentmindedly shoves it in their mouth.
As the tricorder goes off, no roll necessary to Cora. This is SETI Alpha 5. And as you touch the comm badge, Nat, you hear Executive Officer Stoya, "Go ahead for Reliant." And that's where we'll end Perfection Shadow.
No! What? What just happened? Did we win? We won, right? We won through the power of friendship and memories of good things. And Stoya's not dead. Oh, I don't have to be XO anymore, guys.
A bit of an explanation before we go around and talk to, if we do that, but just like any Star Trek episode or movie, this is unfinished. Will there be another movie in the future? We'll see. But the story of the USS Reliant is ongoing, and her adventures and those of her crew could not be stopped by a little brat named Wesley, or even a megalomaniac like Khan. So, despite the best that the universe could throw at this crew, their adventures continue.
Awesome. Thank you. I think as it's the season finale, we should go round. I really want to hear what people's favorite bits are, whether it's from this session or whether it's from the whole season. So let's start. We'll start with TK.
I'm mad.
Of course.
And I'm stressed out. I'm mad and I'm stressed out. Let TK have friends.
You have 3 moms.
Man, whatever. And one of the moms got a smooch. Woo, great. I'm glad for you. Woo. I don't care about anyone's happiness but mine. That's it. That's hands up. This was a great time. I went into it knowing it was going to be a short show. I will be taking a summer break from most streams, so I kind of knew going in that this would be like one of the last shows that wasn't like WotC or something that I would be doing, and I'm super glad I did it because I was very apprehensive about the system. I didn't have a super great experience the last time I played with this system, but this was awesome. This was a great time. Got to have friends, got to betray my friends, got warlock powers. It's really everything that I could ever wish for. Got to do evil things while not being in evil alignment, which is classic me. Favorite part out of all of it was the unexpected, even though like I don't know a lot about Star Trek, but there's a decent amount of punching and pew pew, and we were able to subvert, I guess, or stop the bad guy through friendship and love, and that was cool. It was really cool. I liked that. It was totally unexpected, and it was very enjoyable, and I liked it. And also, one of my moms got to smooch, and even though I said I didn't care about her happiness, I do. Let Lauren smooch. Now, Lauren, you have to let other people smooch Monday.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the rule, Lauren.
Sorry. Oh, guys, it's cutting out.
So yeah, I'm TK, and I write spooky stories on the internet. And if you like them, you can read them. tkjwrites.com, or you can follow me on Twitter. TK joins the fray. I never update my schedule. I'm a liar and I'm lazy. That's it. Buy my book. There's no Tales from the Mist tonight, so whatever. I'm gonna go craft my makeup later. Bye.
Perfect. We're gonna hop over to Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Alice.
You got your smooch.
I always do. It's a gift, really.
You do. You do. You literally always do. I haven't.
Yeah. I work very hard. Hey, I can't pick a favorite part. No, I can. Oh my God, TK. Hanging off the Borg bridge, that was super fun. Realizing that it was Wesley Crusher was also super fun. And telling him to shut up. That was yes. I had a great time. I love Nat so much. I don't want to stop playing her ever. I love this crew a lot. This has been so much fun. You can find me on Twitter at ThatSaltyGinger. I am part of the creative team over at Tales from the Grim with Greg, where I run a Lady Blackbird campaign called Wild Blue Yonder on Monday night. And Alice plays in it, and it's our season finale. And I'm really gonna miss everybody here a lot. This is my last game this season. I don't know what to do. Whee!
Perfect. And then we're gonna hop over to Ellie.
Hey y'all. I don't even know where to start with this game, guys. It's been so much fun. Like, first of all, it's been super fun to play. Like, getting to play Takora has been a dream come true because I love Vulcans with such a deep passion. Although I'm a little bummed I never got to go through Ponfar, but we can talk about that. And the game has just been great and so much fun, and you all are just incredible. And that brings me to like my other favorite thing about this game is that like just this team has been really awesome, and it's been really nice to like have you guys because like life right now is kind of insane with my thesis and everything like that, so it's been really nice to have my crew. I'm gonna miss you guys a lot, and thanks for having me. And I can't choose a favorite moment because they were all my favorite. Every moment spent with you guys. I love you guys.
And last but certainly not least, Greg. This was an awesome game, Greg.
I had such a blast playing this. I'll be very, we joke around a whole bunch. I'll be very honest. This is one of my favorite all-time sessions to run. You have the three legs, I love the story, I love the system, but most of all, I love this cast. This crew is just fantastic. Such a highlight at the end of my week to laugh my ass off with these people before we go live, while we're playing, throughout the week when the Discord chat, these hilarious things are put up. And it's heartwarming to increase old friendships and have brand new ones that are just the best. And I really, really dug this whole thing. Players are great. The characters they created were fantastic. And I've been telling people this, when I think of Star Trek now, and I think of the Starship Enterprise and Voyager and Picard and Janeway, and these players and their characters are part of that. When I think, I will think of T and the Doctor in the medbay. I will think of Amat behind the control panel talking to Khan in their head. I will think of Takora and Nat, who are butting heads in every bit the McCoy Spock sense early on. It was just fantastic. It was, and if I had to pick a favorite point, there wasn't a point that everything for me, when I take a mental picture and maybe put like my own art to it, you all were on the bridge of the Hamilton, and it was sundered and broken, and without any prompting whatsoever, you all were on this Constitution class, which is the original Enterprise, and you all sat down in the iconic spots of each of, the Doctor was behind the captain, Nat was in the chair. It was, and that always caught me as, that's the moment that I knew I would never think of Star Trek again without these characters being a part of that. And I love you all very much. I loved being on the Scratticus Academy, an incredibly inclusive community. This chat has been fantastic. The con puns were fantastic. Another highlight of my Friday afternoon. I appreciate you all for playing the game. And I appreciate you more for being kind and being my friend. I'll see you all later. I love it.
Thank you. I mean, I want to say a huge thank you as well for Greg for running it, because it was so good. I'm such, my childhood is Star Trek. So I just love Star Trek so much. And I love this group of people because we're both really into it, but also incredibly chaotic with it, which is something I love. I really love. There are so many things I've loved about this, about each individual character. We're all very unique and all very, very different. My cat is breaking stuff behind me, so I'm really sorry if you hear something in a minute. And one of the things I was actually pleased that I got to do with my character, as I'm the Doctor, and that is that I got to break someone's arm pure without strength. I was so chuffed I got to break, so I killed 3 Romulans in one go, and that just felt good for a Doctor to do it. And also all the gifts that have come out of revealing Khan and Wesley Crusher, because they're ridiculous and I love them all, and we all react in our own ridiculous way. One of my favorites is TK's, because we're all losing our shit, and she's
TK's like, I watched a Star Trek once.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. They're just like, yeah,
there's space.
Yeah. You best friend.
Yeah, well, he is my best friend.
I have so much love for this campaign, and I am really going to miss it, and I'm really, really going to miss this group as well, because it's such a laugh every week, and it makes my Fridays better. So, other than that, I will say please check out all the links that are coming into the chat right now, and I also want to say thank you so much to chat for the donations, being part of the story, and thank you for donating so we could see Q. And then we could see Greg as Q, because this is just something that I'm now gonna have imprinted on my mind forever. But also thank you to our sponsors, Bird in the Storm and Major Compress. And also we have a GoFundMe going at the moment. I don't know if people know, we are running a Star Wars campaign next season, but we want to get our own music done for it, to have that real Star Wars feel. So please go check that out as well. Other than that, I don't want to go, but at the same time, keep evoking emotions, guys, and our very last game is in 2 hours. See you later. Bye.